video to start the new year with. I have to say that when I bought these watercolors, I did think of the thumbnail I was going to be able to use, which is painting with 150-year-old watercolors. If you're new here, hi, my name is Irit. I'm a watercolor and mixed media artist, and I am obsessed with watercolors. If anyone find this offensive, painting with antique watercolors, then please watch something else. Personally, I decided that they are fulfilling their destiny and I want to enjoy them. Now, you can see that I am using the other side, the one without the beautiful embossing pattern, whatever that thing is that makes them look so beautiful. So I will leave the link below to the shop where I bought these. It's a French shop that mostly sells pastels that also look gorgeous. Not that my bank account would be happy if I picked those up. But, you know, with the pastels, they are absolutely beautiful, but it's actually a product that I have several sets, and for some reason I just don't seem to gravitate towards it. So I decided I would splurge on these 11 middle 19th century watercolor cakes, and I am just swatching them. So as you saw in the close-ups in the beginning, the color is kind of embossed or printed on each cake, and they're really lovely. You can see, I mean, these are so old and you can see that the color is, I think the bottom probably has a little bit of sealant on it or something to, I don't know, help it stay together, something like that. But once I removed some of it, hopefully I won't regret that. The color re-wetted really well for old paints. Now, obviously, the colors here are not as, you know, bright as some kind of synthetic pigments are these days, and probably a few years ago you couldn't pay me to paint with more muted shades, but I have definitely discovered the joy of using a more natural color palette. As long as I can use some cobalt violet and maybe a pop of bright rose, then we're good. But I just thought these colors were beautiful, and I am really trying not to buy things that I'm not sure I will use. I mean, sometimes, you know, you want to try something new and you'll never know if you like it or not if you don't try it. But in this case, I thought the colors were beautiful and I thought it would be a fun video. And these are just lovely. I don't know, you know, I don't own anything that is any sort of antique, and it's just my lifestyle and situation has, you know, I have stuff that I picked at like flea markets and secondhand, that sort of thing, but it was never anything like high end, like anything expensive. So I don't know how to treat these things, and like for me, these are, you know, I mean, it's a perishable item, I guess. I think it has some sort of shelf life, obviously a very long one, but for now I'm going to paint with them and enjoy them. And if you disagree, then I'm sorry, but that's what I'm going to do. And if you want, you can buy your own set and do whatever you want with it. So I thought this video would just be fun to, besides play with antique watercolors, to just talk about what I plan for the coming year. In January, I'm going to be really focused on my course, Intuitive Painting in Watercolors, which I've mentioned before. It's my most in-depth course, and I'm in the midst of filming the content for the additional videos that I'm adding to the course. And I have been painting a new subject for me and kind of playing with developing that idea. And I just go through the whole process in the course through, seeking inspiration, but that not really falling into any of the Pinterest rabbit holes or anything like that. And yeah, so one of the things that I'll be talking about in the course is painting a new subject, in this case, a beach scene. And I decided, so this is just one of many versions that I've been painting, but I thought it would be fun to use these colors. I definitely think they kind of fit with the mood that I want for my painting. The whole course is really about trusting your intuition and finding subjects that you connect with, and then kind of finding your way through it, focusing on the things that you love, the colors that you love, the kind of composition, the kind of, just line work, whatever floats your boat. And even though I live now in Austria, I've lived here for almost 10 years. Crazy. Should really work on my German. I can't say that I think the scenery is beautiful, and I'm really happy to live in a very green and lush country with, 4 distinct seasons. It's really, really enjoyable. But when it comes to painting, I don't really feel like painting green forests. It just doesn't do it for me, at least now, maybe in the future. But what I do have a kind of a nostalgic connection to is the beach. I grew up next to the beach on the Mediterranean coast, and every summer, every, weekend, it was all about the beach. We just went to the beach. That was everything, after, and it just carried on through my entire life. After in high school, after every big exam or something like this, you go to the beach to blow off steam. And then when we all went to the army, then on the weekends you meet on the beach. And it's just this theme that went through my entire childhood and then adulthood. Also, when I had kids, on the weekend, in the summer, you go to the beach, right? You get it. Okay, anyway. So I have a connection to that place, and I wanted to paint it. I'm not really into a lot of landscape painting. I mostly paint, as you probably know, loose abstract florals, but this is definitely a theme that I can connect with. And in many ways, if I'm bringing in the element of these sun umbrellas, then it's kind of similar to painting flowers, but for sure I can have, it's like circular, but I can just really have fun with the colors, which is one of the best things, one of the things that I love about painting florals. So this is what I decided to do, and I'm just playing around with the colors and also trying to see which mixes I get. I think the color selection here is beautiful. I only wish that the blue that is in there's indigo, which is still kind of a warm indigo. It's a bit of a more yellowish leaning as opposed to red leaning blue. I wish the other blue, you see it right here on the corner, top left corner of the screen. I wish that was a bit reddish, a bit more reddish, a bit like ultramarine. Right now it seems like something between cobalt and cerulean. So it's just a little bit too yellowish for my personal taste. That's pretty much my main criticism about this set for me personally. There is a larger set which I think has twice the amount of colors. It's almost twice the price. So, I mean, this was not cheap, but actually considering what it is, I think it was quite reasonably priced. although I don't know, I can't really put a value on something like this because I can't compare it to anything. It was, I think, 90 euros if you're curious. So for me, it's like a big splurge. But then again, 4 tubes of Series 4 Daniel Smith will also set me back around 90 euros here in Europe. So yeah, but I just decided it would be a really unique, fun item. My kids can have, I'll leave it to them in my will, but until then, they're not touching these. These are my French antique watercolors, and you cannot have them. You can have maybe Daniel Smith. We'll talk about it. Anyway, the paper I'm using, I'm not sure it's the best choice for this. It's the Smooth Jackson's paper, and I really love it, but you can see how the watercolor just kind of sits on top of it. So I think I will try these again with my Handmade Turner's watercolor, which is just a gorgeous, gorgeous paper. Turner's watercolor paper, I meant to say, by Handmade. I think it would work better with these colors. But as you can see, they're just really lovely. I mean, they are earthy, but they're still quite vibrant, I would say, which is amazing. And I also want to mention here a book. I hope I will remember to leave links to everything. If I don't, then please feel free to ask me in the comments. There's a great book, I think it's by the Tate Gallery, and it's called Painting Like Turner. And it really goes into, I mean, there's some biography details about Turner's life and work, but I think the main part of the book is actually step-by-step tutorials. And it's just really interesting. I mean, that style is nothing like what I paint, not when it comes to technique, not subject, not color, not anything. But it's just really interesting to see how he painted, hundreds of years ago. And painting with these colors just kind of reminded me of that. And I think there is something about the behavior of the paint, kind of that pooling, P-O-O-L, ing, that kind of reminds me of the images in that book. So it was just a really, really fun experience. I took a small brush. I tried not to mix the colors too much. And at the end, when I had a little puddle of paint, it really hurt me to wipe it away because I really feel like I need to use every drop of these paints. But it was really, really fun. And I hope I can, just incorporate them to my regular painting routine. The color selection is really beautiful. And yeah, the only thing I'm missing, I wish I could buy like a single antique French ultramarine, or is it just called ultramarine in France? I don't know. I wish I could get that, but other than that, these are just a lot of fun. So let's talk about the pencils for a minute. So you can see on the screen, I have a set, and these are the Derwent Lightfast pencils. My husband got me the 24 set for Christmas. And thank you to Aliona for making me add this to my wish list. These are lovely. And the 24 set has a really nice selection of colors. And then I picked up like a few more before I got the set. I didn't know I was going to get it. I just wanted to try a few. And it's a lovely pencil. So that's what I'm using. I thought they kind of paired well because the colors are mostly, not super, super bright, although there are some colors that are brighter in that pencil selection. So did I actually say anything about what I was planning? I don't think so. I don't think I moved past January. That's the problem when I don't write down what I want to say and just wing it. It's a problem. Okay, so after January, I'm going to be focused on intuitive painting. I'm still planning to put, weekly videos on YouTube. However, we're in a third lockdown. My kids are home till the end of January. So I'm not really sure how I can make everything work. And maybe January is going to be a little bit, patchy with the videos. So forgive me, but hopefully by the end of the month, or definitely February, I'll get back to the weekly routine. But in February, I hope, I'm going to do a run through of Watercolor Workbook, which is my beginner's course. It's just a really fun, easygoing course just to get you to familiarize yourself with your watercolors. It's for absolute beginners, and we just have fun swatching, mixing colors. It's a course that is great to do with your kids. And hopefully, if things work out, I'm going to have a really nice surprise to go along with it. And I have all kinds of things planned and all kinds of fun, also products that I hope to add to my shop. I just need to see, samples to see if it's something that is up to my standards. But yeah, exciting things to come. And I hope you will be here and join me. And, if you're already signed up to Intuitive Painting, you don't have to do anything. You'll just get access to the new content as I add it. Same with Watercolor Workbook, but I'll mention, these things again as they happen. I really, really hope in the coming year to focus on, this is not connected just to painting, but really focus on making more sewing, crocheting, that sort of thing, upcycling older clothes instead of buying new things. So I really want to try and do that and just buy less if possible. Can we all enjoy the beautiful colors on this painting? I mean, I'm not sure about the painting, but the colors sure make me happy. The brush I'm using is the Royal & Langnickel Mini Majestic 1/4 inch dagger, and it's a really, really lovely brush. Okay, we are coming to the end of this video. I want to thank you for being here with me this year and watching my videos and commenting and liking and sharing them and subscribing and all these things. It's much, much appreciated. And I am looking forward to the new year and everything that comes with it. Hopefully, it'll be good things for all of us. So I will wish you again a happy new year. And in case you are in the mood to watch some more videos, I will put here on the screen some recommendations of videos you may find enjoyable. This is, I think, the finished painting. I'm not sure. We'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great new year. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.